Hello everyone, a very good morning to you all and welcome back to HowToTrade.com. Welcome back to another live stream here across our social media channels and of course in our trading room as well. I hope everyone is doing well on this Thursday morning. We're approaching the end of this week slowly, but it's certainly not approaching the end of the market action that we're expecting. Of course, tomorrow is it really is a big one tomorrow with non-farm payrolls day, and you'll notice in the streaming schedule that I've got two streams in for tomorrow. I'm going to do a preview for NFP and then I'm going to cover the event for you live. So today, to be honest with you, for me is a little bit of a sit and wait for tomorrow day. I'm prepping for tomorrow, because obviously we're expecting quite a lot of movement. We expect it on any NFP day, but tomorrow is particularly important, which we will talk about tomorrow. We don't need to talk about it today. It's tomorrow's news. But yeah, that's really what we're gearing up for this week, and then everyone can have a nice, well-deserved break. So today I'm doing something a little bit different. Maybe something I'd say that's slightly out of my comfort zone in a way. I'm not a huge cryptocurrency lover, to be honest. I'm not a huge cryptocurrency trader, but I am aware that people like cryptocurrencies. They invest in cryptocurrencies, and there's nothing wrong with that. I have knowledge of cryptocurrencies. Just my personal opinion is that I'm not a massive investor. I think I cashed out my cryptocurrency investments about a year and a half ago now, and I am looking to get back into it. So if you're across the YouTube channel or in the trading room, let me know what cryptocurrencies are your favorites, and maybe I can analyze them today on the stream, because that is going to be the main idea of today's stream. Is I'm going to use smart money concepts, which are a methodology of trading, the way that I like to trade, and I'm going to use them on the crypto space. I'm going to use them across Bitcoin, Ethereum, whatever else anyone wants me to do, XRP or Quant or whatever, anything like that, and I'm willing to do that. Hello to you all in the trading room. Good to see you. Bobby, hello to you. Thank you very much for the message. Treehawk, good morning to you. Jim Walsh, good morning. Have a good one. Hope you have a good one as well. Jim Walsh is someone who likes Bitcoin, Ethereum and XRP. Yeah, some of the popular ones. Some of the ones that I had in my portfolio as well. Martin174, good morning to you. And thank you very much for the message. And those across our YouTube, Facebook channel as well. Hope you're doing well. Suri, hello to you, Suri. You've said morning, Nick. It's actually Connor, but I do remember you. You used to be in our community, Suri. I hope you're doing well, and thank you very much for joining in today. And yeah, you'll notice that our streams are going out on the How to Trade YouTube channel as well now, so which is nice, which is good. If you are again across YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, or X, drop me a message. Let me know what cryptocurrencies you're invested in, what cryptocurrencies you like, some you're not quite sure about, and let me know, and I'll analyze them in today's stream. Just quickly, heads up for the data coming out today, for those of you who are day trading any sort of US markets or anything like that. Bit of Australian dollar news overnight, their trade balance, and we've just about to hear from the governor as well, Bullock. We've also got retail sales out of Europe that's just come out as well. I'm not sure it's moved the needle too much. Has it? Let's have a look. Let's see if anything's happened. Nothing too much has happened really off the back of that retail sales figures. And then really what we're looking for today, if you're waiting for the volatility, if you're looking for the top events to watch out for, definitely these two reports we've got coming out later on. One is at 1:15 and one's at 3 o'clock. That's UK time. We've got the ADP employment change, which is expected to be at 145 versus 122 previous. Yesterday we had quite a weaker jobs number. That's why we saw a bit of a weakening in the dollar, and that's why we saw the stock market and the gold market rally as well. So expect more of the same if we get that today. And then we've also got quite an important services PMI figure. The services sector in the US is said to be what's holding up the economy. The manufacturing sector has been in a contraction for quite some time. The services sector, the figures are at 51.4. That's in expansion territory, and that, if we start to see a figure that drifts towards and below 50, then that would potentially fuel up these recession fears that the markets may or may not have at the moment. So that's just something to watch out for today as well. From Othia, good morning to you. I hope you're doing well. Thank you very much for the message. Good morning to you, Jerry. So I was just, my night was good, thank you. Nice and chilled, preparing for today. Jerry92 loves cryptocurrency. He's invested in it. Please tell us Solana and token to buy. So you're invested in Solana, or you're looking to invest in Solana. Cool. Either way, it's pretty good. Brian, hello to you. Good morning. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for the message. Brian is into his Bitcoin trading or Bitcoin investment. I want to know as well, if you're into cryptocurrencies, are you a trader, a day trader of cryptocurrencies, or are you just a buy and hold investor? Because you can be both, and I know both. And today we're going to be talking a little bit about both, but mainly about trying to study maybe the next big moves in the main cryptocurrency. So let me know what sort of investor into cryptocurrency you are as well. Olive 2017, the current leader in our competition. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for the message, and hope you're still doing well in our competition. Very best of luck to you. So, okay, right. Before we let's just move on to it, shall we? Let's just get straight into it. Cryptocurrency. I have a folder on TradingView for cryptocurrencies. I'll be completely honest. It's been a little bit neglected over probably the last 6 to 12 months. I've not really given it probably the attention I should deserve, and I've not ever really streamed any content on it. But I'm happy to do so today, just as something a little bit different. Now let's start with Bitcoin, because obviously Bitcoin is the industry leader. It's the gold standard for cryptocurrencies, and if I just move that down onto the daily time frame, it's been a tough really quarter to trade Bitcoin, because it's really been stuck in sort of in some sort of consolidation period. Now, when we touch that onto the weekly time frame, what you may notice is almost formed a little bit of a bullish flag here on the weekly time frame on crypto. So I'm interested to see, because you can see the sort of like a bullish flag. I know it's quite a wide flag here, and we're sort of pushing down on these lows, and we're threatening down here. Now, if I turn on my Smart Money Concepts indicator, move that down onto the daily time frame, what you'll notice is there's a few support areas that we need to bear in mind on these cryptocurrencies. Let's get rid of these lines and let's try and make sense of what's happening here. Is what you'll notice is the market, really from February, when we had that blast up higher, even though the market was trading quite significantly higher, you can see at the same time what happened to these RSI indicators, and it showed signs of bearish divergence. And we can't really seem to shake off 70,000. It seems to be the level which is finding the most resistance. And therefore, I would argue that if we do manage to get a breakout above all of this, which at the moment is showing quite a lot of resistance, and that is basically all of these order blocks that you can see, one up here, which was respected and moved lower. We've got another one here, which I can mark a little bit clearer. Okay. There's our bearish order block, also known as a supply zone, if you want to call it that. Move lower, not quite. See that they class that, this indicator class that as a change of character. I'm not quite sure on that. I would class this as a change of character from this low, to be fair. Okay. Sorry, I just want to check the messages if there's anything else. And really looks to me like we're sort of on a grind lower here. And it wouldn't surprise me if we saw a move down towards this wick after this bearish order block has been respected. Now, the only thing I would say about that is we are in the broader term, we are in a bullish move. And for those of you who know about smart money concepts, you could argue this is what's known as inducement. An inducement is basically where you get a big impulsive move, and then within that move you get sort of a mini structure. So we've got a bullish structure here, and within that move, within that bullish structure, we've got a bearish structure forming. So it's almost like a mini move. So potentially what we may be seeing here is a move down towards 49,000, but then eventually we get that next wave higher in Bitcoin, maybe up towards the 80,000 area. I'm talking about from a broad market perspective. Now, it's difficult as well to analyze risk assets in the moment because there are fears of recession. You've got the data coming out, NFP, the labor market, and believe it or not, this will have an impact on cryptocurrencies, because if the economy slows down materialistically, this will put a drag on risk assets, especially the riskier ones like cryptocurrencies, like tech stocks, that sort of thing, and we're likely to see a fall. However, we haven't seen it yet, so I'm not going to assume it's going to happen until it happens. And therefore, I'm expecting potentially a nice big breakout in Bitcoin. Now, if we just move that down onto the lower time frames, just trying to see if there's anything that we can look as a sort of support area. And I'm really looking down here, and it sits right where that 50,000 area is, which is a natural support area. You can see it at the support previously. And we've got a little bit of a demand zone here. So when I was talking about that expansive move to the upside, it could come from around 53,000. That could be a really nice support area and demand zone to look to try and trade Bitcoin from. Because we are, to be honest with you, struggling to make really definitive lower lows here, and I'm wondering whether we're going to make a higher low down at this area at 53,000, and we can maybe target at least 64,000, maybe even up towards 68 and 70,000 again, and that's a 4.3 to 1 sort of swing opportunity risk reward trade. If you want to look at more scalping opportunities, well, as it stands right now, you can see, if I'm zooming right in on this price action, we've had a break of this high here, potentially a new and there's our order block here. And what we could see is this, and a move up towards and fill as our target, potentially, or as a key level, this FEG or imbalance that sits in this candle up at 58,000. So if you're looking for a more shorter term day trading opportunity, that could be your one. If you want to be patient, wait for the broader move lower, I like the look of 53,000 as support as well. Loose Rob is a buy and hold investor. Absolutely fine, nothing wrong with that. I'm not against buying and holding cryptocurrency at all. In fact, I will be actively looking for, in 2025, I'm going to be looking for some more opportunities to invest in cryptocurrency. And I'm probably going to stick to what I know, which is sort of Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, and Quant. If there's any altcoins that anyone knows, then feel free to let me know in the chat room. Crypto gives Surrey a panic attack. Yeah, I know the feeling. I come from an economic background, so there's I find it difficult sometimes. But anyway, let's have a look at Ethereum. And this is the price. This is the price action of Ethereum really over the last couple of years. You can see that we're sort of trading into our support areas down here. Nice big wick and grab of sell side liquidity there. Really, really clear to see that. These equal lows. That's a successful liquidity grab. You can see the reaction as a result of that. If I break that down onto a lower time frame. Look at that. That is perfect. This is a lot cleaner price action. So I know I'm sort of calling the bottom here, but if the bottom is going to be in for Ethereum, You'd like to think it's from this area at 2350 or 2368, which is where we had that sell side liquidity on the daily. Nice reaction, nice little breaks or changes of character or breaks of structure. We've then come down and tested where that initial spike came from that bottom, and we've reacted from it. I see no reason why this couldn't be a potentially good opportunity to go long. And we've got lots of imbalance and FVGs to target at the top. And even if we just target in maybe 3,000 or just under 3,000, there's a 6-to-1 potential opportunity there. What I would say about this opportunity is I like this area here, because I think if we get a breakdown below 2,300, I think the potential we could be coming a lot lower, maybe even targeting this wick at 2,100 and maybe even a test of 2,000. Okay, that's something that I'll be looking for if we do get a breakdown below where that demand zone sits on that 4-hour time frame. So Ethereum looks some really nice price action on Ethereum. Is there any others that anyone wants me to have a look at? Drop it in the chat now and I'll take a look. XRP currently trading at 55 pence, 55 cents, sorry. Probably more of a difficult market to day trade. This is probably more of a buy and hold strategy, to be fair. You can see those spikes high. I remember I was getting involved in this. It's sort of a throwback for me. But yeah, is there any others that anyone's looking at in a bit more detail? What about quant? Isn't anyone trading quant at the moment? Currently trading within a weekly order block area here. That could potentially be a nice area for quants. That order block comes from the 18th of July 2022. That's a weekly support area that we're in at the moment. A nice little reaction there. I think if we break down below this wick now, below 50, that could spell trouble for quant. But I think that where we are right now is actually a really nice potentially support area to maybe push this up back towards the sort of 80 or 90 area. Ben Ngoli wants me to have a look at USD versus the Japanese yen. I mean, it's a crypto stream. Dan, it's a crypto stream, but I'll have a look at those as well. There isn't too many more that I think anyone that wants to look at. Solana I'll have a look at as well. Let's have a look at that, and then we'll look at those other ones as well. But they're my main ones, and that's my main view on them at the moment. Solana's had another sort of, it's a similar sort of thing. It's been a quarter of consolidation. We need to be careful. We've grabbed the liquidity at the bottom of this range at 118. This is potentially a nice discounted area to at least push Solana back up to the top of the range at 210. I think what the markets are waiting for is, are we going to get a recession or not? What's going to happen with risk assets? And that's probably why the markets and really when you look at the broader picture are consolidating. We can get, scalping opportunities within this range. But for me, now we've grabbed the liquidity at the bottom of the range. I'm now looking for Solana to come up and take the top side liquidity at the top of the range at 210. There's no reason why we couldn't get that. But again, it's gonna depend for me moreover than anything else, that if we get that economic slowdown or if we don't. Do we get a soft landing or do we not? If we do get a soft landing, all those support areas that I've put in place for these cryptocurrencies, I think could hold up really nicely. If we don't get a soft landing, then we're going to potentially see all those support areas be broken and maybe a little bit more weakness in the general crypto space as a whole. As that's why at the moment we're in really, really important times, to be honest with you. Yeah, Luke Rob said it's very painful. From what I've noticed and what I've just gone through there, these crypto traders out there, unless you're trading on a 1 hour time frame, I imagine, or even if you're a buy and hold investor like yourself, I can imagine it's been quite a painful quarter so far. Not really too much that's been given on either side. Yeah, definitely, 100%, Dan. Not too sure what to make of these cryptos, to be honest. Very important to check the white paper first before investing in them coins. Yeah, I always say that on any investment really, but especially crypto investment, always invest whatever you can afford to lose, because they are risky in nature, they are speculative in nature, and therefore they are subject to big swing moves. Okay, right. Let me just quickly, just a couple of requests in the room. USD yen. I've just deleted my drawings on USD yen, and I deleted my sell limit. Basically, what I had marked on USD yen was this Fibonacci. I think it was this Fibonacci. Was it? Yeah, and the reaction from that 38.2. That was it. Yeah, I found it. And essentially, what I had in play was around where this golden area, this golden pocket is. I was really looking for this. That wasn't it, was it? I'm sure that wasn't it. Sorry, 2 seconds. Can't work out if I'm being stupid or not. Yes, that was it. Sorry, my bad. I had it marked completely wrong. This is what I had marked. Okay? And you can see, look at that absolutely textbook reaction from that golden area. And if you look within the 4-hour time frame, this is something I've been experimenting, is using smart money concepts within key Fibonacci levels. Look at that. For me, and it would have still remained as long as we didn't breach the 0 level on the Fibonacci, basically this low. As long as we didn't breach that low, I was always looking for dollar yen to react really nicely from 146.66. So much so I set a sell limit there at the start of the week, and you could see it's just gone without me. If you're looking for my view on dollar yen, now we've seen that. For me, it looks like we're going to come down to 141.6. You know, if you look at the daily time frame as well, lots of pressure being put on down here. I'll be very surprised if we don't come and test 141.6. It's about 180 pips away from where we are right now, and that's my view. I'm gonna reassess on Monday and see if I can get an area maybe to push that down there. For example, it might look like something like this. But as Dan correctly says, this is a nervous market before non-farm payrolls, and I would stress it to anyone that's getting involved in any trading today, is just to be aware that we have got those non-farm payrolls just around the corner. I mean, if you're trading on the daily and the weekly time frame, I mean, I've still got my USD CAD long, but I'm fully aware that if NFP comes in tomorrow weaker than anticipated, then we're probably going to see the dollar selling off, and therefore I'm probably going to be stopped out of my trade. But the reason that I have my risk management plan in place is that when I get to a certain level, i.e. 1-to-1, I always take some money off the table. So I've already taken some profits. If I get stopped out tomorrow and my total trade is break even, then so be it. You know, I'll come back on Monday and I've had a break even week, and I'm happy with that. I've not given anything back, and I have the extra knowledge of knowing what's happened with NFP, and there's nothing wrong with that. So just bear in mind that coming up tomorrow, which we're going to be covering. As you can see, tomorrow I'm going to be covering that. Same time tomorrow to look for the best potential opportunities for NFP. I'm going to give you my weaker NFP levels and my stronger NFP levels. I always do that. And then we're going to really see if those levels get hit when that event comes out live, and I'm going to follow the volatility live. So tomorrow's a great day to get involved. So hopefully you guys can join me tomorrow across the social media channels and in the trading room as well. Just a heads up, I've just finished an article on Netflix stock, and where I think Netflix stock is headed over the next couple of weeks or months. I'm going to post a trade idea in the room, so make sure you're in the room and looking at our market analysis section, because I'll be posting a trade idea in there for you. Bring your questions tomorrow, anything you want to know about NFP, and bring your predictions as well, because I want to hear them. Until then, trade well, trade safe, and I'll catch you all tomorrow morning. Cheers.